We're at the posts page now in the left-hand column, and to create a new post we would either select add new from the left-hand side or add new from the posts menu. So we'll click add new. We're going to create a fictional post. Let's say that there's an event coming up, so I'm going to type in a temporary title, whatever you fancy, and in here you would put the details. So let's put in some gobbledygook here. If you wanted to add a link, so say that this nostrum word here, you wanted to create a link, you click the link button in the menu here, and you put the URL, which has to start with HTTP, and then let's say www.google.co.uk. and then you add link. If you want it to open in a new tab, then you click this box here, but let's not do, in fact yes, we will do that, and then we'll add another link to show you the difference if you didn't add to a new tab. So this one here doesn't open in a new tab, and if you could see there, I clicked on the pencil to edit this link, so you can click this to edit the link and add anything here. Now the third type of link I'm going to show you is to link to a page. So we have several pages here. You can go through them all and see which one. So if you wanted to link to counsellors, you would just select this. But if we didn't have this and we were finding it trouble, let's say we wanted to go to the contact me page or contact us page, type in contact here and you will see relevant pages in this list here. So if we could type link to the contact form, we'd press this. We don't want to open in a new tab because it's this website, add links. We've got three different types of links there. What if we want to add a picture? We go to the add media button at the top here. So add media. Let's use a picture that we already have in our media library. We'll scroll down until we find a picture, so let's use this lovely picture here. We can edit the details here, so instead of linking to the media file we can link to none. We can make it large or medium or full size. Let's make it medium and link to none. Insert into post, which looks lovely. If you can then drag this, and if I dragged it up to the top here, now that looks a little bit skew with the picture and then the paragraph, but if you do some sort of alignment you can make it center aligned, which looks nice, but you can also align right, which means the paragraph is to the left of the picture, or the image is to the right of the paragraph, which looks a lot nicer than having it out on its own there. You can also edit this picture, which gives you the same sort of options that you had before. So you can change it to a thumbnail size, which will be much smaller and square. You can change it to large. And you can also link it to itself, which is the media file. As you can see, this finishes in a .jpg, .jpeg, which is an image type. And that would actually just open this in a full size in the same window. And you could link to attachment page, which is again just this picture but within the website. I don't recommend attachment pages because it's easier just to link to the media file, or you can link to a custom URL and you just delete this and you put in whatever URL that you want. If you want it to be in a new tab, open this button here, click this button here, and you press update. We don't want it that huge, so let's make it medium. If you want to link to a document, add media again, you do exactly the same but with a document. So if we were going to link to the 8th of November 14th planning minutes, you would insert into post, and this is what it comes up with, the file name. But if we can edit this so that it doesn't say exactly what the file name is. You can change it to 11th of November 14 planning minutes, and that reads a little bit better. And that's what it would look like. To add a new media file, you can do this within the post. You don't have to go to the media and add new. You can add media here and go to upload files and take anything from your computer. You press select files or drag it onto the window and you would You could just you could select anything and put it in there, and it would drag in here, and then you press insert into post, but essentially it loads up at the top of your media library. So it would come up here, and then you would be able to enter it in just like you would with something that's already in the library. So if we try to publish this now, we'll get an error. You must select a category. Okay. So let's have a look at the categories. We have parish news and planning news. Anything related to planning, which even though this is minutes, it's sort of a pretend event, we would put into planning, but this would be parish news. You could select both if it was something to do with both, but you want to select one of these because not only will it definitely come up in the home page, because all posts come up in the home page, but you want to decide whether it's going to be in the planning news, in the planning menu, or whether it's going to be in the parish information, village news and events menu. So we would want it to be in the parish information, village news and events menu, so we would put parish news. And then let's click publish. Don't worry, we're going to delete this straight away, and your website isn't live yet. And it says post published. Now you could press view post, but I like to keep one window as the editing window and one window as the viewing window. So if we refresh this page now, you can see events coming up soon. You could click straight on this, but we don't need to because I'm just going to check that it's in the village news and events. And there we go, event coming up soon. And also if we check the planning news, it shouldn't be in here. So there you go, it's not in here at the top. So that is how we edit a post. Now how do we go ahead and delete that post? Let's go to all posts, and we can go here. So we can edit posts by clicking edit, and we'll go straight back to the page that we were just on. Or if we go back to all posts, we can quick edit. So we can change the title. The slug is what it looks like in the URL. So if we click, if we clicked on the post and then looked at the URL, that's what comes after the menu /, and it would say something very similar to this. So if you change the title, it is worth changing the slug. We have the category. Don't use uncategorized, otherwise it won't filter correctly. You can change the date and you can change the author. At the moment we've still got 2 users, but once you have more users you can select anyone as the author, which looks better because you don't want it to show web admin all the time. And for example, if you had someone in charge of planning, maybe you want to select the planning, even though perhaps Sarah put this in, she could associate it with a different author. Nothing is password protected or private. I don't think you need to use that, and you can decide whether you want to allow comments. You can put this back into pending or draft if you don't want it to be published yet, but actually what we want to do is delete this. So let's cancel the quick edit and go straight to bin. Once that is binned, you can see it on the home page here, but if we refresh, it's no longer there. It no longer exists as a post. Now, there are old posts in the bin, and you can go through and periodically delete and empty those, which I'm going to do now. I'm just going to go ahead and empty bin. So that is how we do posts. I've got a few posts from your previous website, but there was an issue with some files, so that's as much as I could get from your old website, which gets us to this stage. So it's definitely worth putting the more modern news on there, and anything pertinent from old news to put it either in a new news post or to put it on a relevant page. So again, pages are for permanent information, or information that, as far as you know, is going to be permanent, and posts tend to be for time critical information or information that's relevant to now but possibly not relevant in the future.